The people here are caught in one moment, reliving the same day over and over.
Yeah, I can already tell they're cooking up something really good with the story. Okay, with the whole 2.7 patch is a bit dry, I'm actually very excited to get into 2.8 as soon as I possibly can. But first things first, let's be honest, the story is gonna go well. Having a new area is a pretty big deal. For us to experience this new area as soon as possible in 2.8 instead of 3.0, yeah, I kinda like that. I honestly do appreciate what Kuru is doing there. But in the back of my head, I know that this really isn't all that much. Of course, I'm not gonna get into that yet. We're gonna talk about Chisa, we're gonna talk about Buling. I will get into Chisa's weapon as well, why I think it's just not great what they're doing here. I have a few complaints. But first, I just want to say that Chisa looks great. Yeah, they really nailed her. I'm sure many of you are psyched to get her. She seems like a very good unit. She seems very valuable. She heals, she can shield. Her shield looks amazing, by the way. She even has a grouping mechanic. I'm not really too sure. They say in the showcase how she pulls the enemy but through the strings of her chainsaw, which is again so amazing. Her playstyle includes the big scissor as a broad blade, and also that scissor can change in and switch into a chainsaw, a whole different weapon. And her being a support, I don't have any complaints with that. I always like how they're bringing supports more into Wuthering Waves instead of DPS, another DPS. I feel like I have too much DPS already. I'm kind of over it already. I'm sure a lot of you don't like that she's gonna be a support unit. You want to look at this pleasing looking character as much as you can, so DPS will make sense. But yeah, a lot of you won't like that she's a support. A lot of you may like it because, you know, support is kind of the way to go in this game. Support units are the most valuable unit in the game. Now let's talk about Buling.
Exorcism, talisman divination, fortune telling, you name it, I bling it.
I would love to have her. I think her character throughout the whole time we got to know her in the story was that she is a fun, loving, and goofy as hell character. Her presence is always just enjoyable to watch. I mean, most of the time I thought, yeah, we have this whole negative status unit and none of them have a 4-star support. I wanted her to be the support for these characters. But from the looks of it, she seems to be doing something else. Her animations are amazing. She looks like she's doing coordinated attacks. Of course, I am no longer sure about will she be able to support like Spectral Frazzle, increase some arrow erosion. I don't think she does that anymore, which is honestly really disappointing.
Not so easy, not so easy.
Believe me, my problem wasn't that she is not supporting any of these characters that I want her to support. My problem was that why is she in Phrolova's banner of all characters? And I know a lot of you also want to pull for Phrolova because she's kind of one of the most meta unit in the game right now. But at the same time, a lot of us are also wanting to pull for Chisa. And for those who pull for Chisa, are not gonna have enough currencies to pull for Phrolova to get Buling. And like this whole thing, it messes me up. And I wish they were more generous with the 4-star units, especially when they haven't even added any 4-star units in this game for, I don't know, half a year? It's been so long. The last one is Lumi. It's been very, very long. And in a way, I thought that we will be getting Buling for free. I thought that was like the bare minimum because we haven't gotten any 4-stars in this game for so long. And we still haven't gotten a negative status support in this game, a 4-star at all. So to put her in the second banner, in Phrolova's banner, a character that most people probably already have, of course people that wanted Phrolova will be happy, will be very joyful. I'm very happy for you, good for you. But I'm probably not going to be getting her. A lot of content creators probably not getting her as well because we've already gotten Phrolova in the past. So to me, I just think, yeah, it makes sense to give at least one copy of Buling. It's the least they could do after teasing this character, a 4-star that we've already know that she's a 4-star unit. She has that 3-star in the taster mark this whole time. We know that she's going to be a 4-star. And some of us are not going to be getting her anytime soon. Now I want to talk about Chisa's weapon. It looks amazing. It looks good. It looks incredible, and that is the problem. Look, I love Wuthering Waves weapon banner. I do. I think having a guaranteed weapon banner right off the bat is kind of nice. Most games don't do that. Most games have 50-50s on the weapon banner. Of course, that shouldn't be encourageable. And Wuthering Waves, every single new characters I pull for, I try to pull for that weapon as well. Except recently I didn't pull for Qiuyuan's weapon. I made a video calling out Qiuyuan's weapon is a scam basically, because it only gives like 15% buff, and you should just use the standard banner because it's already better. But Chisa's weapon, it looks so good. The drip in this weapon, it is so good. I feel like if I get Chisa, I will have to pull for the weapon. But last patch, I've already pulled for the character. And the first banner of the last patch, I also pulled for the character and her weapon, Galbrena. And a lot of people are broke, okay? We've been getting characters like this every single patch. We keep on getting new characters, we got the new weapons as well, and they all just look amazing with their weapons. And now I'm just gonna start complaining about these weapon banners now because we don't really have any currencies anymore. This new patch, we don't know how much currencies we have. It is a new area. We are getting a decent amount of event as well. The events that we'll be getting is actually quite decent. I look at this, at first I thought the main event, I thought, oh my god, it's gonna be just sitting around, exploration, all that.
Disappointed!
And the story will be dragged for too long. But turns out there's actually quite a decent amount of combat. It's gonna be exploration and some combats and a little bit of puzzle here and there. It looks kind of nice. It's kind of neat. And we're getting back some combat events. I like it, you know. We have some new Lolo campaign event. Instead of a spinning wheel thing, it's like some sort of gacha stuff. And I'm not gonna complain about that. I always see this Lolo campaign stuff as a free rewards. You don't have to take too much time. You open your game and then claim your rewards just like that, and then you chow. And god, can we just stop making everything permanent? Every single main events just become permanent these days. And I know there's gonna be some optimization being made for the storage in this game, right? I believe there will be something like that because they're already starting with the whole ray tracing thing being able to use even if you have a low GPU, and that's great. I'm sure sooner or later we'll get like an optimization when it comes to storage as well, but you have no idea how many storage room these main events are eating up in your PC. Now this is a pretty big one. I have noticed more and more coming into the game that people are dropping the game due to how big the storage of the game is currently. And even though I think it's good that the main event is permanent, but at the same time, maybe you shouldn't make it permanent. Just don't add FOMO into the game and give the rewards anyway. Is that too much to ask? Maybe, because people are gonna call out these people that didn't play the game lazy. But in reality, maybe they just don't have enough time. Maybe they couldn't even log into the game because there's so much of this main event being permanent. They eat up so many storage. And this event is also going to be permanent, as said in the live stream. People are dropping the game left and right due to not being able to play the game in mobile. And some of you may probably want to say that they're broke, but guess what? The reason they play gacha games in the first place is because they're broke. They don't want to spend money in these games. They want to play free-to-play games. But just because they don't spend doesn't mean they don't support the game. Because if this game have a lot of players playing it, it will just look good for the brand. And currently, because of the storage being so big, players are dropping left and right. Okay, moving on. There is some stuff that I actually enjoy in this new update. And my god, I think this should have been added. The moment they add those nightmare taser Discord, they should have implemented this feature in the first place. Finally, we get to consume all the echoes in just one click. You don't have to fight around a bunch of these echoes and I have to click one by one by one. It is so annoying. And I'm so glad they finally fixed it. And yes, this is very much a dev listen moment and I very much enjoy it. Now, one last thing I like to mention is, and you're probably gonna hate it, but I'm gonna say anyway. I think Zani's skin sucks. It looks bad. She still has her jacket, she has her necktie, she wears a sweatshirt. It makes no sense. It just looks terrible. I don't know who designed this. I mean, it's a joke, isn't it? I wish it was free. That way I can't complain about it. But here's the thing. I think Kuro Games noticed how Zani basically had a bit of a downfall because players start to notice that Zani kind of sucks without Phoebe, and a lot of people don't pull for Phoebe. How do you make Zani sell again? Now that everybody knows that you need another character to make Zani feels good, you make a skin. And I find this kind of laughable because even that they kind of butcher her design. But I have no problems if you do like Zani's skin and you're willing to pay for it. Go for it. It doesn't matter. It's fine. And now you've come to the end of the video. I just want to talk and not think too much about it. Here's the thing why I don't find this whole 2.8 patch is even enough. I think back then it was a lot of exciting things happen every single patch. Back then we even have a lot of issues in the Wuthering Waves. There's a lot of optimization problems as well. They gave like free standard characters. We have a lot of rewards. We got Shangli for free. And now I feel like we're not getting that anymore. I do feel like Kuro has been a little bit greedy. Whether you want to believe that or not is up to you. But I think players are not being rewarded as much as they used to. And we also have a lot of optimization through this one endgame content called the Depths of Elusive Realm. And Depths of Elusive Realm is one of the big things that I would think they kept it in the game. So even if players get bored, you can go back to the Depths of Elusive Realm and test your characters and have their playstyle change through their playthrough. And that was fun. But even that, they kind of remove it. We don't have good endgames. We don't have good rewards. And every single patch, we have 2 new characters and only 1 character we can guarantee, not even their weapon. In every single patch, they give that amount of astrites. They give the currencies perfectly for you to just get 1 5-star guarantee. Not even the limited 5-star guarantee. That's 1 5-star. And that's 2 new limited 5-star, 2 new weapons. And I think that has been a bit of a problem. Ever since I put for Augusta, I know I need Iuno for her as well to make her feel better, that's all. And then Galbrena really hits me because I feel like I need Qiuyuan. And I'm sure a lot of people had to go through that. So what I'm saying is that 2.8 is gonna be a good story patch. The story they cooked so hard, okay? The story has been good ever since Renacita's release, and I have no problem with that. And 3.0 seems to look good as well. It has some references, I bet. I bet there's like some anime reference out there. I would say ReZero is one of them because they're stuck in the time loop. So that's fun, and the exploration would be nice as well because they intend to make a new ways of exploring the game in 3.0. It's now just a story game. You play the game, and the only thing that you can look forward to, well, you're gonna look forward to TOA reset, some Wuthering Waves reset. No, that feels repetitive to go through that over and over and over, and I feel like I'm playing Genshin again. If I'm being frankly honest with you here, I feel like I'm playing Genshin all over again. But maybe that could change in 3.0. This is due to 2.7 being so dry, and 2.8 is not helping when, I don't know, it's just repeating the dryness of it and not really giving any extra boost or hype for 3.0. I mean, honestly, they didn't even bother teasing 3.0. That's insane. Or Cyberpunk collab. I don't know, just give us anything. I feel like it would have helped the hypeness of this game. This is just 2.8. How I'm feeling right now currently, I'm sure a lot of people do as well, so this is very valid, okay? 2.8 might just be the same feeling as 2.7. 3.0 on the other hand, that might change a lot. I may be coping a lot here, but new endgames, I'm really hoping for Depths of Elusive Realms to still come back. I cannot believe 2.0, we don't have a single Depths of Elusive Realm. That to me is just insanity. We need that back. We need that back so bad. We need ways for endgames to be more replayable. And TOA and Wuthering Waves is not that great of a place to mess around with your characters. The characters that you got, the characters that you pull for with thousands of currencies, Depths of Elusive Realm was the perfect endgame. So bring that back, and I think a lot of people will be happy, me included. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. See ya. Hold up. And also, look, I do want to talk about this negative status thing. I think it's good that they brought it back up because, my god, they really don't talk about the negative status all that much. Let's be honest, Chisa here is going to be Havoc Bane. It is very much obvious already. We got the Leviathan Fleur-de-Lis boss giving a Havoc Bane echo. And now we're suddenly getting all these fusion bursts, Glacier Chef and Electro Flare without being informed in the live stream. It's a bit weird, okay? I got this from a website, and a lot of people still probably don't know about the negative status. The last time they brought it up was Aero Erosion, and they stopped it there. So as much as I want to talk about this whole negative status update, I want to keep it in a different video. So if you want to know about that, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk about it soon.